to the Geeky Baker. Today I'm going to be making the cake is a pie instead of cake is a lie. So for this you are going to be making a Kentucky Derby pie. We're going to be adding a little bit of Kentucky bourbon to that because we're in Kentucky. And you're going to be baking that inside of a chocolate cake covered with chocolate ganache, one of my favorite toppings for cake. So this is actually called Piecaken. It's a pie inside of a cake. For this pie, you are going to need 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips, a cup and a fourth of pecans, crushed or chopped, 4 large eggs, a half a cup of butter, a half a cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of light corn syrup, a 1/4 of a cup of white sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Also, you're going to need a 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, which is what I'm using, 2 tablespoons of Kentucky bourbon, you can leave that out if you want to, a pie pan, and a pie crust. One you make is fine, one you buy also fine. And we're going to bake this inside of our chocolate cake. So let's put this together. Now we prepare our pie dough. Just unroll it carefully. If it's frozen, you're going to want to wait. Otherwise, just unroll carefully. You're going to have a couple of breaks. It's okay. Just kind of mush them together. Pick it up. Plop it in and get started. You want to start kind of from the center, slowly work your way out, give it some room there. Make sure it fills all the way in there. And now you're just going to dump your mixture in. Now our Kentucky bourbon pie is out. Now our Kentucky Derby pie is out of the oven, and I'm going to pour in a small amount of my cake batter in here, but I'm going to line this with parchment paper. So you're going to get a piece of parchment paper that is big enough to go completely across your pan. And you're going to fold that in half. Fold it in half again. And then you're going to fold it kind of on a diagonal. Almost look like a triangle. And then you're going to fold it over again. Keep that point still down there. And now, you're going to measure the center of your pan out to the side. Mark that with your thumb. And then you're going to cut right there. Careful of your thumb. And when you open this up, you should have a circle that is big enough to fit down in your pan. So I like mine to actually only be right on the edge, so I'm going to cut this a little bit more. Right about there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to pour in a good solid bottom layer of my butter pecan. Okay, make sure that that's all covered. Now here's the tricky part. You're going to take your pie out of your pan. Do not bake this with the pan inside. That would be awful. And you're going to place that in the center. Little guy broke off there. That's okay. And then you're going to pour the rest of your cake batter on top. And let it drip over the sides. And this is going to rise over the top of your cake, your pie, and it's going to cover up the fact that that pie is even in there. It's going to even that out. Make sure you've got it covering all your pie. Okay, 350 degrees, and I'll let you know the time when it comes out. Now that your Piecaken is out of the oven, you're going to let that cool completely, and then we're going to cover it with a chocolate ganache after we level off the top, and then flip it over. Now the cake is completely cooled, so we're going to get ready to drench it in the chocolate ganache. So I have 12 ounces of chocolate mixed with 12 ounces of whipping cream, and I'm going to pour that over the top. Start slow. I have this on a pan so that it can drip down, and I can recapture that because it's delicious. And get a spoon and kind of start to smooth that over the sides a little bit. Oh my. Get it started there. Get out of here. You can't have any. But I want pie. It's not pie. It's Piecaken. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to put some digits of pie on top of this using some yellow melted chocolate. So we're going to start with 3.14. 3.1415926 all the way around. And Pie Day is also my Papa Bear's birthday, so I'm going to try to create a message for him. I love my Papa Bear. Happy birthday, Daddy, I love you. And happy Pie Day, everybody else. So now our cake is presentable, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this and show you what the inside looks like. Big old knife for this one. Okay. Oh my God, I did a terrible job cutting this pie. All right, there's your piece. Get your pie on the inside. Lost a little bit of it there. Look at that.